Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Dave Kerner, serving as County Mayor here in Palm Beach County. We're located at the Palm Beach County Emergency Operations Center for this January 19th, 2021 press conference and update on COVID-19 in Palm Beach County, along with the status and review of the operations related to vaccinations here in Palm Beach County. It's day 309 of Level 2 activation here at the Emergency Operations Center. Today, the mandatory facial covering order has been extended until February 19th based upon sound data and science that wearing a mask helps stop the spread of COVID-19. Today's point of, like I said, the press conference is to give you an in-depth review of the vaccinations that have gone on in this county and what we can anticipate, hopefully, in the near future. The Palm Beach County Division of Emergency Management is supporting the Florida Department of Health here in Palm Beach County, along with the Healthcare District of Palm Beach County, to vaccinate priority populations consistent with Governor's Executive Order 20-315. You'll recall that generally consists of frontline healthcare workers, along with those members of our community that are age 65 and over. To date, and this is an important point, give some clarity on how much progress has been made in the county thus far in vaccinations. 90,409 initial vaccinations have been distributed and given here in Palm Beach County. That's 90,409. Also, 3,154 second-round booster shot vaccinations have been administered as of today's date. Since March of 2020, we have had 98,692 members of Palm Beach County residents infected with COVID-19. The layout of the press conference will be as follows. I'll have some initial comments, which I'm almost done with. Then we'll turn to the Chief Executive Officer of the Palm Beach County Healthcare District, a very important partner, operational partner in our vaccine distribution efforts, and that will be Darcy Davis, our CEO of the Healthcare District. We'll then transition to a familiar face, Dr. Alina Alonso of Florida Department of Health, a lead agency in response to COVID-19, along with the vaccination efforts here in Palm Beach County. And I'm also joined and delighted to be joined by every member of the Palm Beach County Board of County Commissioners here today. And that includes Vice Mayor Robert Weinroth, Commissioner Melissa McKinley, Commissioner Mac Bernard, Commissioner Maria Sachs, Commissioner Greg Weiss, and Commissioner Maria Marino. And they'll all have an opportunity to give comments directly to the constituents and residents of Palm Beach County. From there, we'll go to some questions. Before I turn over the microphone to Chief Executive Officer Darcy Davis, I wanted to give you a quick update on what members of the board and myself have been doing to advocate for the continued operations of vaccines in Palm Beach County. As you're aware, last week I had an opportunity to meet personally with Governor DeSantis at his invitation at the county building. That was last Tuesday. I was authorized by the governor and his staff to invite two invitees into that meeting. One of them was a county administrator for obvious purposes. The second was Commissioner Mac Bernard to ensure that the voice of the minority community and the concerns and fears that they have remain at the forefront of everything that we do, and I thank both of them for joining. During that conversation with the governor, there was a discussion about having Palm Beach County serve as the first large urban county in the state under the Publix distribution model. I know we've heard a lot about that. It's been test piloted in several other counties, much smaller counties in North and Central Florida. The feedback that the governor got, the feedback that I've read about has been very positive in terms of their ability to handle about 125 vaccinations per store per day. We then went to our emergency management staff here at the county and started evaluating what that would mean for Palm Beach County. And based upon our initial review, and I think we have a graphic that we'll show later at some point in this press conference. Actually, there it is. It's maybe a little bit difficult to see, but what you're looking at is there's 67 Publixes in Palm Beach County, Florida that have a pharmacy that is attached to it and operated by them specifically. And so each green dot on that represents a Publix with that capability and has a 1.5 mile radius around it. And what we discovered was Palm Beach County, despite its very large population and large area, 2,000 square miles, about over 90% of residents 65 and over in this county live within 1.5 miles of a Publix. And so it is a very unique place here in Palm Beach County to have this rollout on a large scale. There will be details to follow, but I wanted you to know that the governor announced today that Palm Beach County will be the first large urban county to undergo the Publix distribution operational plan. I'm going to turn it now over to CEO, Chief Executive Officer of the Healthcare District, Darcy Davis, and then we'll go to Dr. Alina Alonso, and then we'll go to our county commissioners, and then we'll have some follow-up comments and questions. Ma'am?
Thank you, Mayor Kerner, County Commissioners, County Administrator Baker, and Dr. Alonso. I'm Darcy Davis, CEO of the Healthcare District of Palm Beach County. For over 30 years, the Healthcare District has served as the safety net health system for the county, and we are dedicated to the health of our community. Our mission guides us to meet the changing healthcare needs in this county by providing access to quality healthcare for all residents. Since March, with the support of the Governor, the State Division of Emergency Management, the Florida National Guard, and the county, we've been testing for COVID-19. To date, we've provided 144,000 COVID-19 tests for adults and children at the ballpark of the Palm Beaches and all of our other sites across the county. Now, we're laser focused on helping meet the latest healthcare needs, providing COVID-19 vaccinations. To meet this challenge, we've consolidated our testing operations, hired 80 new team members, and we've been developing a vaccination infrastructure by enhancing our scheduling and registration system. The dedicated professionals of the Healthcare District have been working hard to begin meeting the need for vaccinations in communities throughout the county. To date, we've provided nearly 8,000 COVID-19 vaccines at some of our clinics throughout the county and in various communities with our mobile units. All of this is being accomplished thanks to our partnership with Palm Beach County, Florida Department of Health Palm Beach County Fire Rescue, and the state of Florida. Guided by the Governor's directive to vaccinate patients 65 years of age and older, the Healthcare District stands ready to take a leadership role in what we know will be a complex operation. We're currently assisting the Florida Department of Health Palm Beach County with its wait list of individuals 65 years and older who submitted an email requesting a COVID-19 vaccine appointment. A website registration link was sent only to the first 8,000 of those individuals, but despite information that's been circulating, the website link is closed to the public at this time. All information received will be cross-checked and verified against the DOH list. Those who are not on the Department of Health list will not receive an appointment, and walk-ups are not accepted. Remember, currently this is a 2-dose process, so once they receive their first vaccine, we provide patients with appointments indicating when and where to return for their second dose. So this first phase of vaccinations will take some time and a big dose of patients. But I know our clinics team, led by our Chief Medical Officer, Dr. Belma Andrick, as well as Healthcare District leadership and support staff, are committed to an efficient, streamlined process that provides excellent customer service and quality. In closing, the Healthcare District hopes to make help as many people as we can within the Governor's guidelines and based on vaccine availability. As more vaccine flows into Palm Beach County, we stand ready to expand our vaccination efforts to achieve our ultimate goal, community immunity. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Davis. We definitely appreciate and cherish our relationship with our operational partner in the Palm Beach County Healthcare District, and they've remained committed both to the testing side of things and now the vaccination, and their expertise will remain a very important factor as we move forward. It's now my pleasure to introduce Dr. Alina Alonso of the Florida Department of Health. Doctor?
Thank you, Mayor. Commissioners, I'm glad you're all here today. Is anybody missing? We've got them all. Wow. And of course, my Commander-in-Chief, County Administrator, Ms. Virginia Baker, and the rest of the staff. And we couldn't do this without the Healthcare District. Thank you, Darcy. You've been a great partner. Thank you, Robin, their PIO. And of course, Belma, I hope she's listening. A very wonderful partner indeed. So I'm here. I want to thank everybody, but I also want to thank the cameras that are consistently here. And I want to thank you for letting me be here today so we can talk and report out on our county's progress on stopping the spread of COVID in our county. The numbers for today, as of 1/18, the day before, the ones that I got from this morning, Florida now has 1,589,097 total cases of COVID, with 9,659 new cases. That has come down a bit, but it was averaging way above 12,000, and now it's come down to about 10,000 averaging. The daily positivity for the state is a little bit lower than ours at 8.97, but remember, our aim was to be below 5. So even though it's gone down a little bit, we're still above where we should be. Hospitalizations, total hospitalizations for Florida is 68,478. That's 4% of all the cases of COVID. And the deaths are at about 2% of all the cases at 24,436. Our COVID cases are 98,692, with new cases up at 602, although that was from 504 the day before, and those numbers have come down a bit. If you remember, everybody keeps track of what I say at the Board of County Commissioners, and I was expecting that in the month of January, we were going to be running in the 1,000s. We had several days of 1,000, but luckily, those have come down a bit. Our daily positivity is at 9.47. Again, that is high, gone up from 8.68. But again, we're seeing some good progress. It's staying below the 10. Our hospitalizations are 1% higher than that of the state at 5,311. 5% of our cases are hospitalized. And the deaths are 2,059, which remain at 2% of all the cases, the same as the state. If you remember, at one point, Palm Beach County had a very high death rate because we were testing only those elderly people who were coming down. They were being hospitalized and they were dying. We have a much higher older population, so that really affected us. We're now at the average with the state. So while we see a very high positivity rate and the amount of the virus in our community is very high and the number of infected people is very high in the community, I do want to thank all the citizens that continue to do their civic duty to protect themselves and their community by wearing their masks, washing their hands frequently, and watching their 6-foot distancing every day. If it were not for these people who are our everyday heroes doing this, our numbers would be much worse. So thank you, Palm Beach County, and thank you for reporting and continuing to spread that message. Now, for our progress on the COVID vaccination, which is what everybody wants to know about. To date, the Vaccination Dashboard shows all the people that have been vaccinated. We mentioned the 90,000. We've gone up. We went up 4,000 from the day before. We are in third place with Dade being in front of Broward and Broward being in front with us. We have the potential to do over 7,000 vaccinations per day. If we do that, we will surpass Broward easily. We're very competitive with each other in the health department. All 67 counties are very competitive. And we want to go ahead. We have the ability to do that. What do we need? More vaccine, right? So we keep pushing to get more vaccine for us. Keep in mind that we got started more than a week before they got started. I'm sorry. The other counties got started way before us. And the fact that to date we've only received distribution in Palm Beach of Moderna 48,000 doses, and for Pfizer 30,225, plus today we got an additional 11,700 that's designated specifically for the healthcare district so they can work with our list of the 65 plus. So we're very thankful for that additional designation for us to get that vaccine. We are working very closely with our community partners, especially the healthcare district. You just heard, to vaccinate that wait list of individuals 65 and older who requested appointments. Since December 29th, we received more than 200,000 emails at that site requesting vaccines. So do the math. We've been getting only 4,000 vaccines a week. At that rate, it would take years to vaccinate everybody. So our plan is to work with our community partners and work on that list as quickly as possible, again, based on the availability of the vaccine. Due to that large current wait list, as of 4 o'clock today, right after this press conference, we will deactivate the chd50feedback@floridahealth.gov email address. We're going to focus on scheduling all those people with appointments. After all those requests have been fulfilled, future appointments will be made directly through a vaccine site, at whichever vaccine site they're going to go to, and the details for this registration system is at a later date once we get to that point where we finish all these appointments. You know already that Governor DeSantis announced the 67 Publix. That's going to give people another opportunity to go get vaccinated. Please do not go to the Publix without an appointment. Don't go anywhere without an appointment. You're not going to be seen. We cannot take you without an appointment. We do not want the lines of the people waiting at 5 o'clock in the morning and demanding that they were seen because they were there since 5 o'clock in the morning. You cannot do that. It's not good for anybody, and it's certainly not good for those individuals above the age of 65. They need to go to the website for Publix. It is www.publix.com/COVID vaccine. If you are not on the list to get the vaccine, you will not be seen. So please, I repeat that. Additional updates on the local vaccine distribution will be communicated through a website that we have at palmbeach.floridahealth.gov. We have a Twitter account at HealthyFLPBC and other local media like through your TV stations and your local news. As always, I leave you with one message. You know what that is, right? I want you to wear your masks. I want you to wash your hands frequently. Clean the surface, touch spaces. And then the most important thing, watch your distance. Stay your 6 foot apart from everybody. We're trying to spread out. Okay, you all are trying to spread out. You guys are doing it good. We don't want to get sloppy in the last 6 months. And for people who've gotten the vaccine, what's the message? You still have to wear your mask. You still have to maintain your distance. Why? Because we do not know how long the vaccine will actually give you antibodies. That test, that study will be done as millions of people across the globe start getting vaccinated. We will know more about how long that is. So for now, don't get sloppy, especially if you haven't caught COVID yet. Wear your mask, wash your hands, watch your distance. That's all I have for right now. I'll take questions as we finish up.
Thank you, Dr. Alonso. Again, we remain committed to our partnership with the Florida Department of Health and the Healthcare District and the Governor's Office of the State of Florida, Governor DeSantis. It's now my honor to have an opportunity, or give the opportunity to my colleagues on the Board of County Commissioners an opportunity to speak. I'd like to ask County Vice Mayor Robert Weinroth to go first, and then we can start with Commissioner Sachs and just rotate down the line. Vice Mayor?
Thank you, Mayor. And I'd like to say that this is really a great day for us today. Between the Healthcare District and the Florida Department of Health, and now with the Publix 67 locations within our county, we're going to be able to vaccinate those of our stakeholders who have been sending us emails now for the last 3 weeks, wanting to know why they couldn't get online. We're very fortunate that now 67 locations, as of tomorrow, you'll be able to go online and get your appointments. The appointments will be about 100 to 150 per Publix pharmacy, but you cannot go there unless you have an appointment. So please be patient. I know you've been patient to this point. I know a lot of you have stayed in your home since March, and it's now very close to the point in which you're going to be able to get the vaccine and start moving away from this pandemic. So please take a little more time. I understand your frustration, but we are working as diligently and as hard as we can with our partners, both with the governor, with the healthcare district, and with the Florida Department of Health, and this will be done very quickly. So thank you very much. Commissioner Sachs.
Thank you, Vice Mayor. Mayor Kerner, Virginia Baker, Dr. Alonso, and the healthcare district, and all the folks here in District 5 as well as throughout the county. 93,000 people of Palm Beach County have already been vaccinated. This is no accident, it's not luck. It's because of the great leadership that has been shown by the members of the county commission behind me and our leadership here and with the healthcare district, as well as the people who have been vaccinated already. Want to thank all of you, of the 93,000, almost 94,000 who have been vaccinated, for your patience in going through this process. We are the largest, most urban county to be able to have Publix pharmacies distribute this vaccine. And so we are well on our way to taking control of this pandemic. We're almost there. I just want to say that those of you who have called my office asking for an appointment, I just want to make it public that most of you who call ask for your mother, or your parents, your grandparents, and it really touches my heart that there are so many people here in Palm Beach County who are looking out for their families. They say, I'm not under 65, I'm not eligible, but do something for my parents and my grandparents. So those of you, I really show the mettle of people and the spirit of the people of Palm Beach County when it comes to this situation. So I want to thank the people behind me, the leadership of this county, that we have been able to get this great resource of having so many Publixes here in our county to give the vaccine, that already 94,000 people of Palm Beach County are already on their way after they listened to Dr. Alonso with the first 3 things, which is wash your hands, wear your mask 6 feet apart, and that soon, by the end of this year, we'll be out of it all. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Good afternoon, Commissioner Melissa McKinley from District 6. Thank you for being here today. I'm going to start off a little bit where Commissioner Sachs was going. We have been receiving, my office, and I'm sure my colleagues behind me, all of our offices have been receiving email and phone call requests asking us to help people get access to the vaccine. There's an assumption that county commissioners have control over where these vaccines go and who receives them. I want the public to be absolutely sure it is not the county commission. We are conduits of information. We are holding this press conference to try to release as much information to the public as we possibly can. But make no mistake, there are 2 sources of the vaccine right now. The first one is the federal government. They are sending vaccines to our federally qualified health clinics. They are sending vaccines to our Veterans Administration, to our VA hospital here in Palm Beach County. The other source is from the state of Florida. The governor's office, through the Florida Division of Emergency Management and the Florida Department of Health, they are in control of the vaccines. They are the only ones that can determine the priorities and give people access to those vaccines. I would love to be able to help every constituent that has called my office by giving them an appointment, but I don't have that power. We are doing the best we can to make sure that the public has all of the information necessary to be able to access those resources. But as a county commission, that right now is all we can do. As soon as this county receives enough vaccines to warrant a large distribution site, we will make sure that we partner with the healthcare district, with the Division of Emergency Management, and with the Department of Health to make sure that that plan runs seamlessly, as all of our operations through our emergency operations centers do in times of emergencies. The second thing I want to talk about is I urge all of my residents in my district, in Belglade, South Bay, Pahokee, Canal Point, Lake Harbor, please, if you are 65 and older, call the healthcare district. To date, about 319 people over the age of 65 in the Glades communities have been served, have been given a vaccine. That is woefully underrepresented. There is a fear in the community about accessing or getting this vaccine. I want you to be sure that the vaccine is safe. We want all of our communities to receive equitable access to vaccinations. So if you live in that area of Palm Beach County, please call the healthcare district. Please ask for an appointment. Please get your vaccine. The last thing I want to talk about is Publix. I am really excited and very thankful that the governor chose to make Palm Beach County his first large urban county accessible site for Publix partnerships. But make no mistake about it, it puts our rural communities at a further disadvantage. In a county where until today we'd only been receiving 4,000 vaccines a week, if you do the numbers, 67 Publix in Palm Beach County, a maximum of 125 vaccines per day, that is 58,000 vaccines a week going to 67 Publixes. I hope that that is the case, that's how many vaccines we get. But once you leave Loxahatchee Groves, you will not find another Publix for 108 miles until you get to the eastern side of Lee County in Lehigh Acres. There are no Publixes in the western side of Palm Beach County, none in Hendry County, none in Glades County. So our rural communities are getting put at a further disadvantage, and that gives me grave concern. And I urge the governor to please work with our rural communities and find other partners where a Publix is not available. So thank you for your time. I look forward to your questions.
Maria Marino, District 1 County Commissioner. We've had a lot of questions answered so far, so I'm going to be short. Darcy, what is the phone number that people should be calling if they have no ability to use a computer?
So we're working on a community partnership. So we are working on a community partnership with 211 so that they will help that individual get scheduled. But right now, we're working with the health department list. So all of those individuals have emails. So everybody that sent us an email, we can send an email back to. So that's our priority. But as we go forward, 211 will be our partner that will help individuals without computer access or internet access.
And that's important to know because there has been, it has come to us that there are people that do not have computer access. So please know that you can just pick up a phone, call the healthcare district, call the Department of Health, Palm Beach County, and remember that the Board of County Commissioners, as Melissa was giving you a story, not a story, Board of County Commissioners is actually in the seat of support here. We are not the ones that are originating where the vaccine goes. We are in a supporting role. We are calling on our fire rescue to also help in that supporting role. Their fire rescue has also helped. We've had several smaller clinics, you may say, set up. I know that in the north end, we had several of our fire rescue departments get the vaccine last week and seamlessly give out those vaccines. And I think there was 10 locations around the county, that 10 fire rescue locations out of the counge that have other fire rescues were able to do that also. So there is a method in place for not just the large-scale sites, but also some smaller sites. And if you, as we said, we're over 300 days into this, so we need some patience. A little bit more patience would be great. And I just want to say thank you to all of you that are here today and to all of our residents. Any of us are available by phone or by email. If you want to pick up the phone and call us, we're happy to answer your phones. And I know that everybody's been getting emails and phone calls, but we are here to serve the public, so please feel free to reach out to us. Commissioner Bernard.
Thank you very much, Commissioner Marino. My name is Mac Bernard, County Commissioner for District 7. I want to thank the leadership of Mayor Kerner, our County Administrator, Virginia Baker. As you've learned, working with the governor, with the governor's office, we're about to have Publix to provide vaccination at 67 of their sites. This is just a start, and when we met with the governor promised to work with any other individuals, entities to provide vaccination. So we look forward to reaching those hard-to-reach areas, as Commissioner McKinley mentioned, because it's so important for us to reach every resident in Palm Beach County. So that's our commitment to our residents, is that we're going to try to get, first of all, we're going to deal with our 65 years of age residents and make sure that we get them vaccinated. We've worked to make sure that to get testing for our residents, and now we're dealing with vaccinations. In an effort for us to continue to provide information to our residents, this Thursday, our county will be holding a Palm Beach County virtual COVID-19 Vaccine Town Hall. And that's going to be Thursday, January 21st, 2021, from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Myself, with Attorney Celicia Smith-Gordon, will be the moderator, and also we're going to have our County Administrator Virginia Baker, who's going to be part of it, and also Dr. Alina Alonso, and we have 4 other doctors, Dr. Debbie Robinson, Dr. Kitonga Kimino, Dr. Tiffany McCalla-Bortoff, and Dr. Moise Anglade. So we have doctors who are going to provide information to our residents that still have concerns regarding vaccination. So we look forward to working with the residents, and this will be on Channel 20, and these are information that we want to provide to our residents. Thank you very much.
Good afternoon, Greg Weiss, Commissioner from District 2. I think in addressing you all, I think a lot of things have already been said, but let me talk to some of the folks we hear from. And these are the people who they're not 65, they may be compromised immune systems, they may have other underlying health concerns. The governor's order does provide for opportunity to get vaccinated, but not through our regular sites. You would need to go to a hospital or to your doctor to be able to obtain the vaccination. The clinics and so forth that we're holding right now are not able to address those needs. So it is allowed, but currently, with his current order, it's got to be done by a hospital for their patients or a doctor's office taking care of them. It's important that we try and continue to get the information out. I will leave you, I think everything has probably been said, but leave you with, again, the importance of continuing to wear your face mask, to maintain your social distancing and your hygiene. We can't say it enough, because that is the only way we're going to slow this down and buy the time we need in order to get everybody vaccinated. It's going to take some time, even with all these new locations opening up. If you do the math, you know, there's over 400,000 seniors in Palm Beach County. So if you, even at 10,000 a day, you know, that's 40 days, and then another dose, so that's 80 days to get them all done. With that, I will turn it back over to our mayor, Mayor Kerner. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Weiss, for your comments, and to all of the members of the Board of County Commissioners for their comments as well. As you can tell, both here on the Board of County Commissioners, in upper-level management and administration, different agencies, and of course, the residents of our community, there is a diversity of views on how is the best way to proceed forward, and how did we get here, and how do we do the best job going forward from here. What I can tell you is, regardless of the diversity of views of your elected leaders, we remain 100% focused as a team to accomplish our unified goal, which is getting a vaccination to everyone that wants one and everyone that needs one. And that spirit of cooperation will continue through the entire pandemic. I can promise you that, both with the healthcare district, both with the Department of Health and the Executive Office of the Governor. And I am very pleased that the Governor took me up on the suggestion with regard to the Publix. I know it doesn't fit every need in this community, as Commissioner McKinley pointed out very eloquently, but it is a very large-scale distribution system that will be very effective, because right now numbers are a daunting task, and as is supply. So let me just review very briefly before we turn it to questions how we got where we are today with over 90,000. There again is a diversity of ways to get vaccinated through this process. The Governor directed the allocation initially to the Kings Point and Delray Beach. That was done by the Florida Department of Health. The Governor also directed allocations directly to Century Village in Boca Raton and West Palm Beach. Again, that was done in coordination with the Department of Health to get to some of our most needy and vulnerable populations. The state incident management teams were in Palm Beach County over the weekend at the Wells Recreation Center in Riviera Beach, Tabernacle Missionary Baptist Church in West Palm Beach, serving a portion of our community that has oftentimes been in fear, both of the vaccine itself and inequities in trying to obtain access to it. Leisureville and Boynton Beach also received doses for their residents directly from the state. Florida Department of Health and the Healthcare District, our partners, are working together to vaccinate those with appointments from the Department of Health email list. We know there was 100,000 in waiting at one point. We do know now that we've shut down access to that email address, while we make sure that everybody on that waiting list and everybody that put their name forward first gets access to that vaccine. I am confident on some level that there's a shadow figure within the waiting list of people that have gone to other areas to get vaccinated. I'm certainly not proud of having our residents have to go to other counties to obtain the vaccine, but the bottom line is if you were able to get it, we're appreciative of that, and it also takes space out of that list so that we can add new people in the near future. I think the Vice Mayor pointed out that starting tomorrow, you can go to the Publix website. They won't be operational until Thursday. Again, 67 Publixes in our county at one point in the near future will be accessible to our public. Again, the elephant in the room has been the access and supply chain from the federal government. That is no excuse, but we will continue as a board, as your elected leaders, to work with the governor's office and to advocate our interests directly to the federal government as necessary. So in summation, as the vaccine supply increases over the next several months, which I think we should all be confident that it will increase, the vaccine strategy will be expanded. This strategy will utilize fixed regional located vaccination centers. We'll talk about that theory in upcoming press conferences as we nail down the specifics of it. Points of distributions or pods, which we've heard Commissioner Sachs talk about with very clear articulation about how that worked in Kings Point and how that will continue to work well in our most vulnerable communities. Clinic operations and mobile pop-up community sites, which will be used. The mobile sites are really is it Hero and Scout? Did I get that right? Hero and Warrior? All right, so Hero and Warrior. Scouts testing, all right. So we were able to utilize through our partnership and the CARES Act funding to purchase some really unique and really innovative RVs, I guess you could call them, that are set up specifically initially for testing, and now as we convert to actual vaccination operations. And those are now in the ownership interest of the healthcare district, and we'll be utilizing the healthcare district and those RVs to ensure that we get into those communities that don't want to come out, that are afraid to come out, that have a particular concern about the effectiveness or efficacy of the vaccine, or just live in areas of the county like the western communities that are inaccessible to larger corporate structures like Publix. And then, of course, the overall theme thus far, despite the progress that we've made, is be patient.